Being a highly sensitive person means feeling the world intensely. It's not just about being more emotional, it's a unique way of experiencing life where your senses and emotions are more finely tuned. Let's take a look to see if you might have some of these traits. Do you find yourself easily overwhelmed by loud noises, strong smells, or bright lights? Highly sensitive people are often more affected by their surroundings, noticing things others may ignore. If you find that certain environments leave you feeling drained, this could be a sign. Consider how you feel after spending time in crowded places or at social events. Do you often need time alone to decompress, even if you enjoyed yourself? HSPs can thrive in social settings, but they tend to need quiet time afterward to recharge fully. How do you react to emotional experiences like music, movies, or art? Are you easily moved, perhaps even shedding a tear? This deep emotional response is a common trait among HSPs, who feel emotions strongly and connect deeply with the world around them. Think about your relationships. Do you often find yourself empathizing deeply with others, even at your own expense? HSPs are naturally empathetic, often picking up on the emotions of those around them. This can be a beautiful gift, but may also leave you feeling exhausted if you don't set clear boundaries. Do you find yourself replaying conversations or analyzing situations long after they've happened? HSPs tend to be reflective, often considering every detail. This can make you insightful, but it may also lead to overthinking or anxiety if you're not careful. When faced with conflict, how do you usually respond? HSPs may avoid confrontations, preferring harmony and peace. However, this can sometimes lead to suppressing their own needs or feelings. If you've been told you're too sensitive or that you should toughen up, remember, your sensitivity is a strength, not a flaw. Are you someone who needs time alone each day, even if just for a short while? Highly sensitive people often crave solitude, not because they dislike others, but because they need time to process their thoughts and emotions. A quiet, safe space can be essential for their well-being. Do you notice subtle shifts in the mood or energy of a room? HSPs have a strong intuition, often picking up on things others might miss. This makes them excellent listeners and compassionate friends, but it can also be overwhelming if you absorb too much of others' emotions. Think about the way you respond to criticism. Does it feel deeply personal, even if it's constructive? HSPs can take feedback to heart, often because they care deeply about doing things well. This can be a positive trait, but it's important to balance it with self-compassion. Do you often feel overstimulated after a busy day or a period of intense activity? Highly sensitive people are prone to feeling mental fatigue, needing more rest and recovery time. It's not about being lazy, it's about respecting your unique needs. If many of these traits sound familiar, you might be a highly sensitive person. Understanding this part of yourself is the first step toward creating a lifestyle that supports your needs. Sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's a unique way of being in the world that brings depth, insight, and creativity. Embrace your sensitivity. It can be your superpower once you understand how to nurture it. Learn to set boundaries, prioritize quiet time, and find ways to recharge that work for you. Self-awareness is key to thriving as an HSP, turning what may seem like challenges into opportunities for growth. If you see yourself in these descriptions, take a moment to appreciate your sensitivity. It's a valuable trait that allows for deep connections, emotional richness, and a unique perspective on life. You don't need to change who you are, just find ways to honor and care for your sensitive nature.